you're an Asian woman in your 20s, you are probably destined to be unhappy and always feel like something's missing in your life. But that can be changed, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that. My name is Eloise. I'm a healer, I'm a trans athlete, and I'm also a life coach of 5+ years, essentially working on becoming happy. So I'm going to talk a little bit today, especially to Asian women, um, about how we can create a life that will bring us towards happiness. And that's like a big claim, right? Oh, do you cure like happiness? Yes, it's like it's actually not a surprising thing when you learn these key concepts and put it into action. There is science on this, right? But here, I'm going to share you maybe for the next 5 or 10 minutes. So, if you're an Asian woman, the very first step that you want to do in your 20s is to move out of your family's house. And this is specific to Asian women, but there are a lot of cultures that are like this. Our families are a very big part of our life, and this is why we're never going to be happy. And there's some science to this that I'm going to talk about. But yeah, whether it's by design or it just feels better for you, but a lot of our lives are decided by our parents. Our dad, our mom tells us what we want to do, what career we're going to have, us having kids. It's all been designed or defined for us, or they have some idea of that. And maybe some of you are already further along where you've broken out of that and you're healing. But still, this thing will still affect you because this is the culture that we all come up from. So, as an Asian woman, our lives are patriarchal. If you're an Asian woman, you are destined or expected to be either the breadwinner or a mother and a wife. And these roles are not about you, right? So this topic I'm going to talk about a little bit today is self-actualization, right? And this is a simple premise. Maslow's hierarchy of needs has this pyramid that I'm going to show right now, and you're going to see the 5 different needs, and it's going to be in order of priority, what is most important to start with, right? And the most bottom one is safety needs. It means that if we have these secured, we're able to access the higher level after that, right? And this is going to be our reference for this video. So the most important part I want us to focus on is the top of the pyramid. It's called self-actualization. Esteem is connected with this too. But what this means is when you reach the peak of these hierarchy of needs, you become pretty much fulfilled, right? If you cover everything else under and you reach this part at the top, you become happy. Yeah, I know it's crazy, but I'm going to tell you right now, I have most of these needs met on a consistent basis, and I go to bed and I wake up as an Asian woman happy. Yes, I'm not joking. I know the state of the mental health of people nowadays are so bad. Where like me saying that I wake up and I go to bed happy or at least neutral is like shocking because everyone's suffering nowadays. Because people don't know this. So I'm making this video because everyone's like wondering like how do you become happy, and no, everyone's actually like suffering. We're all in the trenches, and I'm here as a life coach being like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, we can do something about this, right? And I want to give you this information so you have something to think about. And so let's go back to moving out. Why is this important for you as an Asian woman? Well, you don't have to move out to do this, but moving out will very much help you. But if you have already, this point still stands. Moving out allows you to focus on other needs that aren't your own, that aren't other people's needs, your needs, right? And so you can start to think about, what do I want really in this life? And you might feel uncomfortable because no one's ever asked you that. Or maybe you don't even feel like you deserve that, but girl, you do. Because why do men deserve that and you don't? Really? And don't answer that. We're just taught this, right? But you deserve to be happy. Why? Because I said so. Or because fucking hell we can. Right? So, yes, I want you guys to focus on your self-actualization. Think of yourself like men have all this time. What do I want to say in this world? What job do I want? How much money do I want to make? Right? And you're thinking of things that are for you to be happy, right? And that's the fucking thing, is we don't ever think of that because we're not conditioned to think that we deserve that. We're, as Asian women, we're like, oh, we've seen our mom give her whole life away for our dad, and we were like, okay, I don't want to do that, but it's hard to break out of that. Even if you're like a feminist and you're like, you've grown out of that, some part of you is still gonna feel like your mom. And so we have to break through this very first level of struggling with what we feel like we deserve. And this video is to give you with that hypothesis, is what if you deserve more in your life? And once you're able to start with this hypothesis, you'll start to think in this way. You'll start to, okay, maybe I deserve to move out. Maybe I deserve my own room. How about that? You don't even have to move out from your house, but have your own room, right? Or have your own time and space, right? And we create more space from this world. When I was 20, before my transition, I was in a room with like two of my siblings. No, three of them, right? One of them wasn't always there, but this was the space I had in this world. It's tiny. My voice was small. My influence was small. I was shy. And like most Asian women, we're just like, oh, I'm not a big deal. Girl, I don't do that no more. And I'm so much happier. And I know it seems intuitive right now, but it wasn't. It was just like, oh, yeah, this is my space. Women around me were either maids, moms, or teachers, but they were never leaders or coaches or athletes, right? And so I benefited a lot from learning from progressive women, successful women, moving to America, seeing where women were empowered. That was really helpful. But I'm coming here now as an Asian woman to say, we get to inhabit these spaces. You don't have to be American. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to speak English like this to deserve this. Okay? Okay, I'm getting like worked up. Okay, so it's a simple thing. Self-actualization will make you happy. Think of yourself as bigger than just an Asian woman. And you might not think, oh, I don't think of myself like that way. Well, you may be acting that way, right? Do you speak up when the waiter gets your food order wrong? Do you answer when your partner asks you what do you want to eat, or do you say, oh no, you decide? Girl, these are small ways that you're already shrinking, and like you're not going to be happy. It's simple. You're not going to be happy doing these things. You're not going to be happy because you're going to be small, right? So you want to be big. You want to be important. And here's the thing. Becoming big doesn't mean putting other people down. This is the thing that some people don't understand. And this is the thing that makes most people fear. It's that like, oh, if I become too big, I'm going to put someone down, I'll take from someone. No, you can take up space without taking other people's space, right? If your girl's having her moment, we just let her. I don't have to put her down, right? And you taking up space helps your dad and your mom or whoever you care for, right? Because you're going to be able to amass more needs, whether it's psychological or even financial. The more you take care of yourself, the more you're going to be able to take care of the people around you. So it goes back to your ultimate goal anyways, right? Now that I've taken care of myself, I can take care of my fiance, I can take care of my sister, my friends, because I took up more space. But if I stayed home in that room with 3 other children, that was never going to happen, right? So here's what I want you guys to do. Look up this hierarchy of needs. Think a little bit about how you can take up more space in your life right now. You don't have to move out. Obviously, that would be the biggest thing, but even having your own room, telling people to give you privacy, these are things that will already help you a lot. Okay, and if you want to do coaching with me, I am very helpful. You can message me on Instagram at HeloiseHealer. And yeah,